Back in 2021, after his last win, the Korean Zombie took to the mic and called out Max Holloway, taking aim, saying he didn't have punching power at all, setting up a potential matchup. But then he got the chance to fight for the belt, and none of us can blame him for betting on himself. But I hope he didn't bet the house, because that did not go his way at all. He was annihilated by Volkanovski, to the point that even Volk was asking if he was okay to continue. Volk's speed and variety of attacks was just too much for the Zombie. Peppering him with jabs, landing those power punches, takedowns, knees, elbows, you name it, Volkanovski controlled that fight. He floored the challenger in the last 15 seconds of the third round with a big right. Zombie had hearted his way through for longer than we could ever have imagined, but he fell to some beautiful strikes in round 4. But Zombie obviously doesn't feel like that was enough meat tenderizing for his particular facial preferences. So he's back to fight a guy who broke a bazillion, quadrillion, manillion records in one fight. Max Holloway delivered one of the most brutal beatdowns in UFC history against Calvin Kattar. He used his prolific boxing to land powerful and precise combinations for 5 fucking rounds. In that fight alone, he grabbed hold of these various accolades with his grubby mitts. Striking differentials, significant strikes landed, total strikes landed, strikes attempted, distance strikes landed, significant head strikes, significant body strikes, and unsurprisingly he also has the record for most significant strikes landed across all UFC fights, and total strikes landed. Now, on the other side of that story, and bearing in mind he has been with the UFC, let alone fighting, since he was 21, he also does get hit quite a lot. But he's never been knocked out, but he has suffered a lot of damage, one of the worst cuts we've ever seen against the champ. And while we're on the topic of Alex, let's not be anymore. Let's forget about him. Forget about him. He doesn't exist to us. Because yes, Max did do a lot better than Zombie the first 2 times he fought Alex. But Volk improves and improves and improves, so they didn't even fight the same guy, really. And more's the point, Volk has shown himself to be on another level entirely to the whole of the rest of the division. So this matchup and those matchups don't have anything to do with each other. Apples to oranges, you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise you just see Zombie as a sacrificial lamb, and this matchup shouldn't interest you at all. And it should interest you at all. All of at. I do think Max will win. I do think Max will win easily. But that doesn't mean it's going to be an unentertaining fight. These two are both legends in the division, and how they haven't matched up before is beyond me. And Zombie is a great fighter, the best MMA fighter to come out of Korea. And he's nearing the end of his career. This may even be his last fight, so why wouldn't he just lay it all out there and go to war? Max isn't going to be thinking about the title anymore. It ain't happening. So he's just looking to enjoy himself, and we should all thank our lucky stars. Now, I think he has the skills necessary to set a new significant strike record here. That doesn't mean he will. That doesn't mean he'll be looking to do so, and maybe respectfully. But Zombie is so tough, so don't expect it to be over quickly. I do think Max will come out with a 3rd or 4th round TKO. But what do you think? It's the Max Holloway show at this point, and we are all truly blessed.